Now behind us, guys, we have got a GTSR Maloo, HSV, and guys, this is the ultimate GTSR because this thing, it's a 6-speed manual, it's got the Alcantara pack, and it's making over 500 rear wheel kilowatts. This thing is legitimately fully done up, and just look at this thing, guys. Hole in the headlight, in the Maloo. It does not get better than this right here. So today in this video, guys, we're gonna review it, we're gonna drive it, we're gonna launch it, and find out what the ultimate GTSR really goes like. So let's fire this thing up and get on the road. Now in the GTSR, guys, and let me tell you, with the 6-speed manual, the Alcantara all throughout this car, it's next level. Like, this really does change from the stock one I did a couple of months ago. Like, this is the ultimate GTSR Maloo because 500 rear wheel kilowatts in a 6-speed manual. You know, they just nailed this thing when it came out from the factory new, and there wasn't too many options you really could have ticked on this. And the fact that this one does have the Alcantara, so it's on the entire steering wheel here, you got the GTSR embroidered on the dash, like the door cards, it gives it a very premium feel. Yeah, with the LSA fully done up with the fruit, 500 kilowatts. It's like that wine. It's so nice, guys. It's just amazing when you get in this ute, put the pedal down, you know, not even to half, and you feel that acceleration and, you know, just grabbing the wheel, shifting gears yourself, looking back and just seeing a ute. It is pretty special, and it really makes you feel like you're in a sports car almost, like a big one, but because it's kind of a 2-seater coupe, like in the front, it really does make you feel like you're in something exotic almost. With the Alcantara, you know, you got the EDI track apps up, which I absolutely love, and yeah, the noise in the soundtrack. It doesn't get better than this. And under the bonnet, guys, of course, we got the LSA, so the 6.2 liter V8 supercharged, and this one, of course, it's got some modifications. So it's got headers 178, it's got a 3-inch Manta system, we've got full head cam package, all tuned and done at APS here in Melbourne, and yeah, intake, just every little thing, shock works, coilovers. It's already got the beautiful brakes on this thing. It's got a rip shift for the 6-speed manual, and really apart from that, everything else is standard, you know? It's been tuned, bigger injectors, fuel system, and 500 rear wheel kilowatts. Again though, for out the bag, really just some bolt-ons. This is it's serious. And the thing that really, you know, almost makes me sad is the fact that this GTSR, it's coming up to, what, 7, 8 years old nearly? And it doesn't feel like that. Yeah, this thing still feels like a brand new car to me. And this one in particular is literally only done like 8,000 kilometers. It is beautiful. The condition is just out of control. And you know, the owner drives it. You know, he's done all this work just recently, and again, he's not keeping it too hidden. Like, everything doesn't have to be factory, doesn't have to be stock. Like, you get these things you should do them up a bit. I don't know, that's what I feel like what they were built for, what they were made for. And this one, guys, again, what a treat to be able to show it off for you guys. So again, if you're enjoying this content, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment. Really does help us find cars like this to bring on the channel. And yeah, ones like this, these things are special. Wow, the noise is just, that is the LSA noise that you just want, you crave. And I'm not even getting close to flat. And this thing is, it's taken off. Like, the fact that you're in an Aussie built U and you can feel the back end just wiggle a little bit, the front lift, and it is off. And the scream out the front, the howl from the back, that's addictive. That is so addictive, guys. And just when you look at this ute driving down the road, like it looks like it's doing 200 Ks an hour standing still. The front bumper is just so aggressive. I love the GTSR style wheels, and even the rear diffuser, like, it's on a ute, you gotta remember. And you know, from even the interior, it's just gorgeous. Wow, that's why the brakes come in handy, eh? And it is just, that thing absolutely shoots. And it gets the traction down too, guys. Wow, that is impressive. Wait for this ute. He was like right behind me, right at me, and I just dropped him so bad. It's an XR8. Oh, that's hilarious. Guys, I drive Aussie cars every day, every week. Like, almost all of them I've been in. And this right here, it doesn't really get much better than this. Like, you can love Ford, you can love Holden, HSV, FPV, Barras, LS's. This GTSR manual, like 500 kilowatt, dude, this is, it is so hard to beat this thing. Like, this is definitely a dream car for a lot of people I know watching, and it lives up to the hype. Like, absolutely does. This thing is off its head, and it still just drives so well. Like, it's got all the power in the world, and you can still drive this thing to church on Sunday if you want. You know, it's like, it really reminds me almost of the Hellcat I was in not long ago, and where just it has a stupid amount of power, the whine is there. Like, if you want to drive it casually, you can daily this thing. Like, you legitimately can. And just ease onto that power, and it's there all the way. Like, there's no limit to it. So, wow, like, dude, I love my Barras and I love my Fords, but this thing is so well done, and incredibly hard to beat this. And this is the other thing, guys, we gotta remember, when these came out, they were like not even 100 grand. Like, can you imagine if this thing had come out again now, manual, LSA, GTSR, and you know, the list price was like 98,000 bucks. Like, they'd be sold out in seconds. Like, the performance for the money is just incredible. And again, you take it to the tuner, you give it its bolt-ons, and this thing is giving you 500 kilowatts to the wheel. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. If only we had still had Aussie cars being made now, because you just look at what they were doing in the US when they came out with all these Hellcats and Demons and the new Corvettes as well. If we were still in the game, we would have had some ridiculous HSVs, FPVs, and yeah, it's really a shame that we lost out. And now you look on the road and everything is just such crap, like overinflated, overpriced garbage. And these things, you just can't get this kind of fun anymore. And that's why these are gonna hold their value forever. You know, they're only gonna appreciate. You just can't. You can't replicate this stuff with this modern garbage. Like, this thing still feels like a brand new car, yet it has that old school muscle car feel to it. You know, just the whine, the rev matching yourself, just shifting the gears, and my goodness, you know, this thing, another 10, another 20, another 30 years, these things are going to be astronomically desired, because this was peak. This was the peak. All right, now 0 to 100 powered by C-Tech. We're gonna attempt it. We got it in first. We're gonna see if this thing will use launch control and see what it gets. So we reset the draggy. Second was too happy. I don't know if I even hit 100. I did, I think. Right there, guys, we just did a 5.8, and look, with 500 kilowatts and launch control, like, you're not gonna get the power down. Like, second gear was all over the place. I had to let off, but this thing is fast, and if you had the right tire set up on the right track, you'd be well and truly in the low fours for sure, easily. Wow, that was too much fun though. This car, you could be the most depressed person in the world. You get into this thing, and by the time you've pressed the accelerator and the start button or whatever, you're not doing anything but smile. So this right here is the biggest antidepressant anyone can get themselves, and it just, that noise right there, it just evokes such happiness in car people. And you know, it's just too good, this thing. It's just criminal they made so little of them. I believe around 600 they made in the Maloo, and probably for the sedan we're talking maybe double that, 1,300. They just didn't make enough. And when they had a recipe as good as this for as cheap as what they were selling them, it really is just a crying shame that we never got the opportunity for them to really thrive. Because if this car had gone internationally, had have had more opportunity to flourish in other areas, this would have been one of the best-selling performance new age muscle cars that you could have bought. Because you look at it in America, they come out with the Hellcats, they come out with the Camaros, they come out with, you know, all of these other new models once this had finished, and essentially we had this the whole time. Like, if only they had sent this instead of sending the Chevy SS, which was a complete base model, like not even comparable to the HSV. I really just don't understand what they were thinking, because HSV was the one they should have sent over there. They could have charged big bucks for it. People would have bought it, and who knows, if they hadn't done that, it might have still been in business, because I know for a fact, you guys watching in America right now, you wanted this thing, you're angry, you didn't get it, and they don't make them anymore. So sad. So guys, there we have it. The GTSR Maloo manual, 500 kilowatts, just the ultimate, guys. Look at this thing. And what do you reckon? I don't know. To me, this has got to be one of the best cars I've reviewed, honestly. Top 5 for sure. And it doesn't really get much better than this in my book. I mean, Ford lover, Holden lover, Euro lover, whatever lover. Like 6.2 LSA manual, just a supercharger whine and exhaust bark like this. It is a thing of beauty. And the fact it was, you know, designed, developed, built here in Oz is something to be proud of. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button, leave a comment. We'll see you guys on the next one.